Chester. It's my pleasure to introduce Assemblyman Abinanti, is that how you say it?
That's how you pronounce it.
Who's been waiting patiently. He represents the towns of Greenburgh and Mount Pleasant and part of Yonkers. Assemblyman Abinanti serves on the Assembly Mental Health Committee, very important to us. He's a leader. Okay, and well, he's got a very impressive resume here, but he's also an attorney. So is my husband. How about that? And Westchester Medical Center, isn't that associated with NYU? In a way, I know they do great things there. So now it is my pleasure to welcome Assemblyman Abinanti, who's been very patient. I thank you.
Thank you. This is not about me, so you don't need to tell anybody who I am. I'm here today for two reasons. The first reason is to support you and applaud your choice of honoree. I think that you have chosen from the Assembly and from the Senate two people who, as you can see, really care. And it's very hard in the system that we have to keep fighting for people who can't fight for themselves, to stand up for people who really need somebody else to stand up for them. Now, I've been an Assemblyman for only a little over a year. I have to tell you, I am so impressed with Assemblyman Ortiz. He's taken on the battle. And I was so impressed, I wanted to join you today. Assemblymen, public officials, when you go to an event, you usually bring a certificate. So I was all prepared to bring a certificate of merit and applaud the Assemblyman. And then I was told it's inappropriate for one member of the Assembly to give another member of the Assembly a certificate. So I brought a blank folder.
You can fill it in as you go along.
Right, but let me tell you, my feelings towards Assemblyman Ortiz are not blank. He is a leader. He has taken on a battle against a bureaucracy that doesn't pay attention, that doesn't seem to care. And he's taken on a field which is the area where people would most likely want to cut. Because this is not the area where there's this large outpouring. I am the father of a child with autism. I married a woman who had a child with cerebral palsy. So I've had two exposures to this special field dealing with special kids. And I understand what Assemblyman Ortiz was saying. It's when you go out into public and people look at you. But that's reflective of something more. It's reflective of a lack of understanding. And if they don't understand, then they criticize, why are you spending the money? Why are you trying to do this? Why are you trying to do that? They don't understand what you understand. That it's a 24-hour job, which you love to do for your loved one, but it's a 24-hour commitment. I mean, I have a child, a beautiful child, who if he would stand here in front of you, would look like any other child. But after 5 minutes, he'll bolt out of the room. Or he might go over and drink your glass of soda. He was in a restaurant, and he walks by, he sees a lemon in somebody's glass, he reaches over, he wants a lemon, he takes it out. Fortunately he's a cute little kid, but how could you go into a community where he doesn't know that he's not supposed to do that? You've got to be watching him every minute. You all understand what I'm talking about. There is a change, because fortunately our educators seem to understand and are now explaining to the kids in school that there are people with differing abilities. And we have to deal with them on their terms and make them part of our community. And this is something we all have to encourage. And I look to Assemblyman Ortiz because he's doing that and he understands that. And we've got to change the attitude of society to accept people as they are. We're slowly doing that. We haven't gone as far as we should, but we're slowly doing that. So I want to applaud the Assemblyman, and I want to applaud the Senator, who unfortunately is not here at the moment. But they are trying to help us do what we really should be doing all along. We understand that mental health is a very important part of physical health. Yet there is no parity in the attention that we pay to mental health, whether it's in resources or in research. We need parity. We need to attend to mental health as much as we attend to the other parts of health. And I applaud the Assemblyman and the Senator for their efforts. But you know, they can't do it alone. And even with our help, we can't do it alone. We need you to come up here and put a face on the problem. When you walk into an office of an Assembly member or a Senator, it's very different. They now see we're not just cutting numbers out of a budget. We're affecting the lives of real people. So thank you for recognizing two of our leaders, and thank you for coming up here to tell your story to our colleagues.
That is so funny.